銀河鉄道39エターヌル
Okay, let's read Chapter 2 of Volume 5 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. We're in the extra chapters, so to speak, and we've met Mamoru, the guy who is on the 3-6 as the SPG. Again, watch all the Chapter 1 and the prologue chapters to get the background there. We'll see the title better here for Chapter 2 on the next page. But we see the 3-6, which is the train that Mamoru is on, and we get our sort of normal introductory paragraphs. So let's see what we have for this chapter. Yuki Mamoru no notta 3-6 wa unmei no rosen ni haitta. Okay, so as for the 3-6 that on which Yuki Mamoru is riding, that's the kid. Mamoru is his first name. Yuki is his family name. So as for the 3-6 on which Yuki Mamoru is riding, it has entered the line of destiny, of fate. Now it's in quotes, so it's that particular rosen, which is like track or train line, route. Mo dare ni mo te no suwareru koto no dekinai unmei no achi e tabiratta no da. Okay. Already or no longer, depending on how this goes, by nobody, to nobody, hand of being able to touch, event of not possibility, unmei, of that direction, started on a journey. Wow. This is a very dense sentence. I'm not quite sure how to handle this one. Let's try going backwards. That often helps. Already started on a journey towards that direction of fate, not possibility of the event of being touching the hand by anyone. I guess maybe this is just already has started out on a journey in that direction of destiny. And it's not possible, the event of being touched by anyone. Basically, no one's hand is able to touch him now or something like that. I think that's really what that means. It's a little bit odd. Because I kept thinking destiny here, the unmei, fate, destiny, was that central place where the first station was, the Shihatsu Eki. But this seems to suggest that there's a route of unmei. So a little confusing. I will be honest, right? I don't think I ever quite got the difference between unmei, fate, destiny, unmei in quotations, and unmei when it's destiny, when it's pronounced that way. So Matsumoto may be making a distinction between the three, and I may have completely missed on how he's describing the things. Again, I thought destiny was that location at the center, or not at the center, but at where the first station was. But anyway, well, there we go. Here's our works in progress. The second part here, Mizukara no unmei, well, here it is without quotations. Mizukara no unmei no wakateru jinsei hodo omoshiroku nai mono wa nai. One's own fate or destiny's understanding life, that extent not being interesting thing, as for that does not exist. Okay, this is a double negative, which is a life that understands one's own fate not being interesting, I guess does not exist. As for being a thing that is not interesting, a life that understands its own fate, it does not exist. Okay. Wakaranai tokoro ni yume ga umareru no da. At the point of not understanding, dreams are able to be born. That's why. Because at the place of not understanding, that's where dreams are able to be born. Yeah, this double negative is trying to basically say like a life that knows its own fate isn't interesting. But I'm not sure why mono wa nai. But we get the explanation of the reason why a life that understands its own fate is not interesting is because not understanding is the place where dreams are born. 宇宙歴3813年の宇宙学科ホラディヴィンチ Okay, so this is I guess the person who said this. Space calendar, space year 3813, that year of the space painter Hora da Vinci. So presumably that's supposed to be a descendant of Leonardo. Hora da Vinci. All right, so that is our introduction to chapter 2 here. We go from that into the splash page for chapter 2. And we get the title here, which is Hedoro no Daya. Hedoro no Daya. This is like diamond of sludge, I think. Hedoro can mean sludge or slime. And Daya can mean diamond. Or it can mean diagram or like railway schedule. Something tells me this is going to be diamond of sludge. Now, it could be like schedule of sludge, and it could be diagram of sludge, but I'm doubtful. So here we see the 3-6, this is the 3-6 goal. And something is happening here. We don't normally see, I don't think this is the 3-6. It doesn't normally have a canopy on top, right? Is this something else? Let me check real quick. Okay, no, this appears to be something else. So we see something coming here, like a transmission or something. Yuki Mamoru. Okay, well, Yuki Mamoru, calling out his name, Mamoru Yuki. Dono wakusei wa konkai no ninmu to wa kankei nai. As for that planet, as for with now times duty, relationship does not exist. Okay, so whatever this voice is, presumably this is Mamoru. They're saying that as for that planet, presumably this planet, as for that planet, as for with the current duty, responsibility, relationship doesn't exist. So it has nothing to do with it. Kohene no chui o naniru na. Towards the forward direction of caution, don't, I guess this is going to be don't waver, don't falter. Don't be negligent. Okotaru. Okotaru na. So, kohene no chui o okonaru. Okotaru na. Okotaru na. So do not waver, do not be negligent, do not shirk from caution or precaution, carefulness towards the forward direction. So basically, shizen sensa o mi otosu na. The dimensional sensor, don't drop the eyes. So don't take your eyes off the dimensional sensor. Or Shigen sensa. And that's Shigen. What is that? Shigan? Jigen. Dimensional. All right. Got the meaning, not the pronunciation. Always my curse. Jigen sensa o miotosu. Yeah, miotosu is to overlook, to fail to notice. Don't do that. Don't overlook the dimensional sensor. Huh? Which is presumably Mamoto responding like, okay, or yeah. Either that or what. All right. So we go from that splash page into this. Oh. そのトリガーに指をかけないで暴発する. From that trigger, the finger don't remove, don't pull. Do 暴発. Do wait. Spontaneous discharge, accidental gun discharge. Okay, yubi o kakanaide is not. Okay, well, that trigger, this is a hikigane, that's a trigger on a gun. From that trigger, maybe don't. I would have said like don't remove. Don't be lacking. Maybe this is like, it will do. Like if you do that, don't remove your finger from the trigger. It will do a discharge, an accidental discharge, which seems weird, but okay. それは地球サイズの惑星1個を破壊するグレネードランチャーです. As for that thing, talking about the weapon in his hands, as for that thing, an Earth-size planet one planet doing destruction grenade launcher it is. So that thing is a grenade launcher that does destruction of one planet of Earth size. Remember, his job is to be the Space Panzer Grenadier. So the grenade dude. Okay, and what is that again? That is the heck of a grenade. Give it to the kid. Tekidan. Tekidan. This is a grenade launching gun. It is. So as we have often seen, right, we get the word that is the fancy way to say the English grenade rancha, which we all understand as grenade launcher. But the Japanese kid reading this grenade rancha may not know that, and so we get basically what that would be in Japanese, which is again Tekidan. This is Nageru. That's Tolsha Ju. Yeah, projection gun. So grenade projection gun. Tekidan Tolsha Ju desu. Chikyu ikko, like Earth, one Earth. Oh, there's other people. Okay. We saw, I guess that's him. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. This helmet has some sort of cloth that makes it look like hair, but it's not. So, okay. Odoroita na. Uh, surprised, isn't it? Odoroita na. Like I'm surprised, you know? Shi Shikikan ga futari domo androido da nante robotto da. Okay, he's switching comments now, and he's saying, I'm surprised, the commander, two people are androids. How could that be? It's robots. So presumably these are who he's talking about. And we saw Shikikan previously as commander. Shikikanga, the commanders, two people, and are androids. How could that be? Robots. Nani ka iimashita ka, Mamoru-san? I guess, like, what? Are you saying something? Have you said something, Mr. Mamoru? Okay, so we get a front shot of these two people. This is sort of a Matsumoto's classic depiction of robots, where they have like visible dials in their eyes and sometimes other places like the forehead. So, indeed, it is that way. Watashi tachi wa kagaku shijutsu ni yotte umidasareta androido kokoro o motta robotto. So that's right. That's correct. As for us, through the science arts, through the skills of science, kagaku shijutsu, or is it? No, it's waza gijutsu. Yeah, through science, technology, engineering. By that, niyote. Yeah, due to that, being produced androids produced through science. Robots that possess kokoro. Robots that possess a heart, mind, spirit, kokoro. Watashi tachi o tsukuri 生み出してくれた人は私たちに願い事を心の中に何し残してくれた。Okay, that's like, is that to record? Shirusu, to write down. Shirushi. Shirushi nokoshite. Okay, so as for the people that did the favor of producing and making us, to us, I guess this is desires, did the favor of jotting and remaining inside the kokoro, writing down and remaining inside the kokoro, desires in us. I guess that's what nagai goto is. Yeah, wishes, dreams, desires. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know that we've ever sort of gotten that explanation or insight. Kagaku wa ikitoshi 生けるものの命を守るためにあると Okay. 2, meaning desires, wishes were recorded and left inside our kokoro, which are, as for science, all living creatures, the lives of all living creatures in order to protect existing. Why kagaku? Science. As for science, existing for the purposes of protecting the lives of all living creatures. That thing. Okay, they're giving a couple quotes here. 全宇宙に広がる知的生命体すべては宇宙という大自然からそのためにその能力を与えられたのだと。Okay. As for all intelligent life forms spreading throughout the entire universe, as for all the intelligent life forms spreading out through the entire universe, from the great nature called the universe, or the universe called the great nature, like Mother Nature, from that, for that purpose, was able to grant those abilities. That's what it is. Oh. Okay. So that sort of makes sense, but granting those abilities. Oh, I guess being granted those abilities, meaning to them. This is like why they have kokoro and why they have these nagai goto. Being granted those abilities for that purpose, from great nature of the universe, and for all the intelligent life forms spreading throughout the entire universe. In other words, to protect all living life forms. Okay, so those are the things. This is Mamoru responding, saying, 科学は生きとして生きるものすべての命を守るためにある. He's repeating that phrase. As for science, existing for the purpose of protecting all life forms everywhere, or all living creatures. そうだ! That's right. That is correct. It is that way. 科学は殺し合いや命を消すために与えられた能力ではない. As for science, killing each other, mutual killing, and for the purposes of extinguishing life, erasing life, being granted ability is not. Okay, yeah. So as for science, it's an ability it is not an ability that is granted for the purposes of erasing life and mutual killing. 私たちはその人をお父さん、お母さんだと思っている. As for us, that person or those people, father, mother, they are thinking. So as for us, we think of those people or that person as father and mother, meaning the people that made them. だから親の言いつけは, and that's why, as for the itsuke of parents, itsuke, the orders, the directions. Itsuke wa danjite mamoru. As for the orders of parents, that's why we'll protect and danjite. Absolutely. We will absolutely protect. I don't see danjite too much. Kagaku o 両親とする子は、すべての命の盾となる。As for children that make parents of science, as for children that, what else can tosuru mean? To make into, that make parents into science? That seems weird. That decide parents are science, that think that parents are science, that suppose that parents are science. In any case, as for children that do that, or maybe have parents as science as parents, anyway, as for those children, they become the shield of life of everything. As for those children that have science as parents, they become the shield of life of everything. Sono otosan te hito wa? As for the people called that father, or as for the person that you're calling that father, question mark? O Yamatochiro. Haha wa Queen Emerald dasu. So so that it is specific people. And so like basically who is the person you're calling father? And it's Tochiro, of course, the person on the Arcadia. And as for the mother, Queen Emeraldus. So not a surprise. Haha wa, wait. Haha wa, chichi wa, haraku no Arcadia go de sono kokoro to shite itsu demo watashi tachi to hanashi ga dekiru. As for father, Harlock's Arcadia, on that ship, Arcadia of Harlock, that as that kokoro, always with us, talking able to do. Okay, so it's possible talking with us always, that kokoro, that spirit on the Arcadia of Harlock, that's our father. Interesting. Oyama, I think that's Oyama. I have no idea how to actually pronounce that. Oyama Tochiro. Ano Tochiro. So, Oyama Tochiro. That Tochiro-san? That Mr. Tochiro? Actually, let me look at it. It is Oyama. Okay. That was an easy check. That Mr. Tochiro. そして、アラカリオ語のホロクとクイーンエメラルダス and in addition, the Arcadia, the Harlock of the Arcadia and the Queen Emeraldus speak. And he appears, I believe, in Captain Harlock. That's going to be very dated. No one will ever understand that in a few years. So there's the Arcadia. Oh, okay. We go from that into this. We get some nice shots of the Arcadia. And we get to see here's Harlock. This is Tochiro. Remember that Tochiro used to be a person that looks an awful lot like Tetsudo, but is now instantiated inside the Arcadia. Okay. What do we have here? There's Harlock. He is talking. Doushita Tochiro? What happened? What's wrong, Tochiro? Tochiro responds. 交換軌道を走る銀河鉄道走行的な列車36の俺の子供の一人が連絡してきた. Okay. Space Railway running on the Space Railway, Galaxy Express armored grenade train 36. Of that, my child, one person, has come and done communication. So working backwards, it's one of my children of the 36, the armored grenade train of the Galaxy Railway that runs on these space railways has come and like done communication. Basically has communicated with me. 情報を知らせたい少年が乗っているので because wanting to convey or report information, boy is writing. Or so I guess a boy that wants to make notice of information is writing. That's why. すぐ知らせてくれと、このアラカリア号にも関係のある少年だ. Soon, I guess when, do the favor of informing this Arcadia, also to even this Arcadia relationship existing youth it is. So I guess it's a youth that a relationship exists or will exist even to this Arcadia if or when do the favor of informing soon. Okay. So presumably all that is because they say they're always connected with Tochiro talking, and apparently they have informed Tochiro that Mamoru is on board. So that appears to be what that's about. So, and this seems to say, I would almost take this as that a youth is riding aboard that wants to communicate information. I don't think that's like they want to communicate information that a boy is writing. This is like there's a boy writing who wants to inform information, wants to pass on information. I think. We'll see. This is the halfway point, so we're going to pause there. We'll see how this chapter develops. If anything, Harlock will just tell the kid to do his best and, strike first and all that stuff that he kind of tells Tetsudo. Maybe it'll be different. We'll see. Okay, well, we'll pause there. We'll continue and complete chapter 2 next time.